Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Dawn of Men here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, it finally happened. On the last episode, we finally initiated the Iron Age. Therefore, we are able to now start smelting iron, and I'm gonna try to eventually change from making bronze to iron tools because currently, if we take a look at our current reserves of tools, we can see that we still do not have that many iron tools. We do have some steel swords, but I'm guessing that is only thanks to the fact that we did had some raiders, we were able to kill them, and they dropped those steel tools because currently I do not have the steel making yet available. So hopefully this is gonna definitely help us out. Now there is a lot of stuff which we have to get. So yeah, we have the steel making, we have deep mining, saddle stones, which I have no idea what will do for us. It apparently just upgrades the granaries. Then we have the possibility for water mills. We are close to water. We have the possibility to get better armor. We have the possibility to get also art of baking. So yeah, lots of cool tech available. However, I'm gonna speed up the footage because otherwise we're never gonna see the end of spring season, and we have quite a lot on our hands here. Okay, so there are lots of young cows which I would just love to get my hands on. It looks like there is a bear which I would love to get rid of because it's not supposed to be here. There are some wild cows which would be fun if we can hunt them down. We do need the leather. We can use some meat as well, and some skin and some bones too, so why the hell not? Hopefully we're gonna get especially those damn cows because our cheese production is always super bad. So yeah, hopefully that is gonna change. Also, at the end of the last episode, we started to build the cairn. So hopefully our populace will start to move those damn pesky stones to that place eventually. So let's see if we're gonna get some cows out of here or if they're gonna travel across the world before anyone realizes that they should be hunting down a bunch of cows. I would really appreciate if someone would do something with the orcs. I just don't see anyone giving a flying F about them. Just kind of sad. Okay, we have one animal whisperer. We have also a trader, and we have a storm, which has once again slowed down the time. Now I can theoretically purchase the bread making, so I would be able to preserve the knowledge points and get something else, but I just don't think I have that many things in exchange. Theoretically, I can actually go ahead and try to sell off as many of the linen outfits because they do not provide the warmth that my people are complaining constantly about. We do need more wool outfits, and these skin outfits are gonna help us out a bit too. But this should help me out. We're gonna sell off some of the bronze tools as well. And you know what? Let's see if this is gonna get us to where I want to get. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make sure that we have upgraded capacities for our animals, or I'm gonna run into a bit of a pickle here. So let's see if we can upgrade the cows up to 40. We have 21 of them. We have 1 stable, 2 stable, 3. Each of them are giving us 15 population limit. Is this one upgraded yet? No, so we definitely should put in this one to be upgraded. We're gonna put it to high priority. So this is gonna get us 15. No, not 15, sorry. 45, each one is 15. So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 85, 90. So this should get us up to 90. or even animals that need shelter, 80 total shelter space. So yeah, basically upgrading this is gonna definitely help us out. That is if someone will decide to do something with those young cows, because nobody, once again, gives a flying duck about them. When it comes to iron, we have plenty of deposits to work here with, so hopefully we're gonna be able to utilize them properly. However, so far I don't see people caring that much, so hopefully that's gonna change. Also, on the last episode, we picked up the capability to upgrade our watchtowers, and also the capability to upgrade the platforms to have reinforced platforms. This can be super useful, but on the other hand, what we need to keep in mind is the lack of iron, which we currently do possess. So unless I definitely increase my bloomeries and pump up the production of some of these things, we are gonna struggle eventually. So yeah, you know what, actually I think building those bloomeries is not the worst idea. That is if we do have... Whew, one of them requires 4 pieces of leather. Damn, that's actually kind of pricey. But okay, we do need this because eventually we're gonna be picking up the steel making. And how are we looking? Ooh, bison. Nice. Okay, so we have the cairn. I did manage to procure some of those large stones, but I'm not really sure if they are prepared yet for transportation. Yeah, it looks like they are being prepared, but not that great. Not that great. Also, I noticed that we have a stone shortage, so we're gonna have to locate some better source of stone. Okay, so we do have a source of stone, but nobody seems to be carrying stuff around. And I also do not see any of the goddamn carts. So we really need to ramp up our production of the leather. And hopefully we're gonna get some tannin in soon too, because otherwise we cannot produce the leather. We are reaching the season of summer. I really hope we're gonna be able to pick up some tannin, or we're gonna be screwed royally. Let's pick up some berries, mix up our food. We do have plenty of grain, which is great. We are starting to run a bit lower on the straw, which is gonna be important for us to maintain throughout the winter season so that our animals won't go hungry during the winter season. How many houses can we upgrade? I don't see that many options. It looks like to me, yeah, all of them seem to be upgraded here. Upgraded here and here too. I don't know why the hell do you have to store all this linen inside. We could actually use it in the weaver's place to turn it into something more usable, but yeah, what do I know, right? And we're gonna try to get some fish too, because we have surplus of meat thanks to all the farm animals. We do have lots of pulses thanks to the harvest of all the vetch and the chickpeas, so we have also source of plant-based protein, which is really nice, really nice. Okay, we're gonna pick up also these berries, and I'm really hoping we're gonna eventually get the steel making, and we really need to get our hands on these carts, because all I saw lately were the plows which were made. So yeah. How are you constantly running out of apparel? That is shocking to me. Sticks are good, wood is okay, stone is fine, raw skin 8, dry skin 101, 13 straw, 9. Wool is running a bit low, but we have only 11 sheep right now, and we are finally getting to the harvest season. I'm gonna have to increase the necessity on all of these crops, including all this flax which we put here, which probably explains why one of these houses is hoarding all the linen. Seriously, what the hell do you do with all this stuff? Do you chew on it all day, or like, why? Okay, let's see if we can grab some tannin, and if someone will eventually bring over the megaliths. We do have some nuts here. I am really interested to see if there is some tannin in the area. Okay, so there is a lot of it actually here, so that would be fun if we can get a bunch of people to come here, grab the tannin, because right now I cannot find any of it, which is gonna hinder our leather production. Without the leather production, once we get the dry skins, the raw skins cannot be turned into leather, so you can understand my dilemma there. Chestnuts, birches, no, nothing that I really want that much. Even more iron. This is tin, but that tin is gonna run dry soon. Do have one more tin deposit in here. So we're gonna put a mine over there. We are moving dangerously far away from our initial place, which is making me think that theoretically this would be a nice place for additional village or some forward camp. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a bit further away from the rest of the village or the population, but considering everything, I really am starting to struggle with placing of additional houses, and we have only space for like 18 more people because apparently someone died or something. 2 of these towers have been upgraded, which is awesome. And I have upgraded these 2 intentionally because on the previous episode, majority of the attacks were coming from this location. So I'm gonna see how this will evolve and if I will need to change where I try to prioritize the defenses next. Not really sure if putting down a wall here would make any sense whatsoever. We're gonna increase the importance on the last bloomery, which was successfully built. We are completely out of leather, which is really bad. We have a ton of grain, which is awesome. The question is if we have even sufficient granary space for all of that food. Be actually awesome if someone would have the bright idea to turn all those things to the brewery and start making more cool stuff. Reinforced shields, no, we do require the tech for it. We do have a merchant here who is selling horses. I'm not, however, sure. We have 6 horses. If I would try to get 2 adult females, what would be a good thing to theoretically trade off for them? We have stupid surplus of the grain, so I'm gonna try to dispose of some of it. Get us to like 100 points. This is gonna give us 66. Okay, and now we can use some of the bronze spears. We have even copper tools. So you know what, let's get rid of the copper tools first. $220. Wow, the basic bows are heavily reduced right now in the value. We're gonna go with the linen and let's put in 1 more of these. That's gonna give us 2 lady horses. We do have the capability to house 105 animals. We have only 81 of them currently. So if everyone is gonna get their food throughout the winter season, we should be perfectly fine. There's always some meat drying up on these racks, so that's awesome. I don't really know if I want to keep the pit furnaces over here. I would probably prefer to start moving inside the bloomeries eventually. But what I will need to keep an eye out for is also the capability to upgrade some of these watchtowers. The problem is I just don't know from which direction I should start off. So let's try to upgrade those two. We are gonna pick up the steel making right now. This is gonna give us better variety in the blacksmith shop if I will be able to find him for the production of better tools. You can theoretically switch completely from iron to steel, which should not be that horrible. That is if I will actually find out where in the world do I have the blacksmith shop. I swear to God, I did build one over here somewhere. Now if I can oh, okay, so here they are. We're gonna actually stop the production of these things and we're gonna switch completely to steel. So once the last iron tools have been processed, this is gonna allow us to then eventually switch to steel making. We're gonna switch also our bloomeries to focus on steel. However, we're still gonna require some iron because we're gonna need the iron in order to upgrade the towers and the platform. So I cannot just go 100% steel production. We're gonna have to keep some iron as well. We're kind of running low on wood here. Hopefully this forest here, which I chopped down recently, is gonna recover. We do have some wild horses here, but I don't think I really need more horses at this point. Trader has arrived, so let's see, what do they have? They have donkeys, and we have 5 donkeys, 8 horses. I don't really think we need that many donkeys currently, so... Ooh, I do want the tannin, so theoretically we can grab... some leather. We do have 5 of them. We do have 26 raw skin. So I'm really hoping people are gonna get onto the tanneries and they're gonna start working. So that is one tech which we got. We got the... Did I get the baking? I think I did get the baking, right? So, oven. If I were to make an oven, where the heck would I want to put it? Let's put down 2 ovens. This should theoretically increase our output of bread. So any flour which we have should be used into making bread. And also I should make a freaking granary. So storage and a granary. A granary should be somewhere located close to the entrance so that the farmers don't have to go God knows how far. However, I'm not sure if I want to keep it over here. Let's put the granary over here next to this house. This way, any of these pulses, theoretically, once they are picked up, can eventually be turned over here. Do have all the necessary materials which are required. People seem to be busy working. One of the megaliths has been transferred. It looks like a second one is on its way. So we are gonna be halfway done with that. Let's go to our primordial or primal vision, or maybe that's just Far Cry. This one seems to be almost done. There is one person. That's so nice. And this one is far from being done. But eventually we're gonna get them in here. I really don't want to put too many people on gathering berries right now because we do have to deal with the chickpeas, with the lentils, with the bitter vetch. We do have some barley and acorn here. We do have this massive field of lentils as well. Iron deposits are still available to us, so we should be perfectly fine. There is so much iron everywhere, it's not even funny. And I am thinking... Okay, so we have 20 charcoal. We do have 8 iron ore. We do have some copper. We do have steel, so we should be seeing some steel tools eventually. Nice. Really nice. And the fact that I built all those carts is also helping us out, hopefully, in gathering enough resources for whatever weird plans do I have for my town. Okay, so 2 of these are done. How are we looking? This one seems to be ready for transport. This one seems to be ready for transport, but there's one lady. Seriously? You guys are a bunch of a-holes if you let one woman pull this damn thing. Okay, someone came to help her out. At least someone had the balls to do so. That's horrible. Okay. So the trees are being chopped down. The wood is being carried back. Granary seems to be done. We do have some pulses here stored away. Eventually, we're gonna, of course, be able to upgrade those. So that's gonna be super awesome. The orchards which we have here are gonna work for now. The flax is gonna support us. Unfortunately, we are only able to make less warm clothing with it, but our wool production and wool outfits has kind of skyrocketed, so those sheep that we keep, you know what, I actually want to adjust the quantity, because if I can only keep 10 sheep, that's pretty damn idiotic. Let's raise that to 20. So we have limit 105. Only 80 animals currently living with us, so we should be able to shelter the additional sheep. Saddle stones. This thing, what the hell does this thing do? I totally forgot. Let's pause the game so the merchant does not decide to leave. Okay, so this thing upgrades the granaries. I'm tempted. I am tempted. What do you have, or what do we have to trade off for it? We do have a ton of skin outfits. Unfortunately, they have absolutely horrendous value when it comes to trading. And I'm quite sure I'm gonna receive a ton of complaints about me selling off these clothes and then people not having stuff to wear. But, I don't know. Think of it as a fashion police or something. We're gonna try to improve their overall aesthetics. Make them look more presentable. We're gonna sell some fishing supplies too. We're gonna get rid of some of this goddamn linen, because I'm quite sure we're gonna get more of it as is. I really don't want to sell the cheese because we never have enough cheese. I'm gonna sell some dry skins because we are sitting on a lot of them. That is gonna give us the necessary requirement in order to go ahead and start upgrading our granaries. The best thing to do is try to get it done before the winter season is over, so that these things can actually hold all that food. I'm gonna try to do only these 2 for now because, well, I kind of don't want to risk losing the entire harvest or all these crops which were stored within. You can also see that all that meat and everything is being moved away into the additional granary over there. And I'm gonna probably have to build like a additional granary too. But if these 2 things get built, we should be able to store whatever we get out of here. Otherwise, I have timed this really badly. I should have probably upgraded these during the spring season or something else, who knows. But yeah, most of the food has been transferred here. So this is now the happiest house in the entire village. despite the fact that they have probably a ton of weird smells coming from here. But at least it's some kind of a trait, you know, something for something. So they have to deal with the horrible smell from all the pigs, but they have lots of food right next to them. So I don't know, I might be able to take that house even for myself. I'm not that sensitive to smells, but it might trigger me in certain cases. And here we see that what basically happens with the granaries is that they are raised above the ground. Now, the funniest thing is that this is actually a proven technique from the ancient times, where what people used to do was build even their own houses or granaries with stone below them, raising them above the ground. What this thing allowed people to do is prevent especially rats and other rodents to get into the food supply and ruin it for them, because there's nothing worse than when you go into your granary and you find out that most of your food has been eaten by someone who did not participate in harvest and tending to the crops and all the other stuff. So this is actually really cool that they have done this. Really, like, heads down. I have seen lots of like old architectural plans for old granaries. Sometimes they did not use like 6 legs like this. This looks like a weird AT&T from Star Wars, but basically it really helps to prevent some of the rodents to get up there. Sure, Ratatouille can probably climb up the stone, but it's much more difficult for them to get there because they cannot burrow underground or do more damage this way. So really, really nice, and I cannot believe I just spoke for so long about upgrading a granary and the fact that we do have a saddle beneath. But cool stuff. Okay, just these two houses look bit different, so I wasn't sure if this one was roundhouse and if it needs to be upgraded further. How are we looking with food? And how are these ovens looking like? What do you need in order to make bread? So you need 2 flour in order to make bread. God damn, that's pretty damn amazing. The hearth is kind of a weird thing to keep for now, but maybe I'll just build like another bakery or another oven. It's gonna keep the wall warm. I don't know. It's close to the roundhouses, so there should be someone who's gonna show up to bake the bread. So we're gonna have better supply of bread because we are sitting on a stupid quantity of granary. Our straw is, however, not looking good. Our animals are chewing through the reserves of food rather fast, so I'm gonna have to do something in order to just increase straw production. Unfortunately, there is no crop which is specifically designed for you to get like just food for your animals. So that's unfortunate. Also, it's unfortunate that you cannot get like the leaves and other stuff from the pulses to be dropped off for the animals. Sure, during spring season, during the summer season, they are all outside, but or even during the fall season, so we should be perfectly fine. But we are at 88, 86, 85. I think someone is killing our animals. We have ton of animals, and what's happening is the fact that we almost ran out of food for them, which would be even worse. So hopefully, since we are gonna get a bunch of dead animals here, we're gonna be able to get some leather, because we're gonna need more of these things in order to ramp up our production. Also, I'm not really sure how these two are looking. Since they are not set to high priority, nobody is actually in there and making our tools. So it'd be awesome if we can get some steel tools. Please don't tell me you just made a steel spear and left with it. I'm quite sure this person is gonna make steel knife and they're gonna leave with it. Did they just leave with it? Son of a... They just made the freaking tool and they left with it. What a bunch of a-holes. Okay, well, never mind. We're gonna see some potential for upgrading the last granary. The problem is the number of straw. We don't have any straw left, so that's gonna be kind of problematic. The three stones are at the cairn. We still need that one last one. Where the hell is it? I do see a ton of people moving around here, but I'm not sure if they are here for the tannin. I am missing my fourth stone. Ah, okay, here's the megalith. Seriously, one person again? Why is it always that a female has to pull this stuff? What the hell is this? Okay, now someone shows up. And even that is additional. And they leave right before it gets there. Son of a... God damn it. Come on, that's just horrible. Don't do that. Another woman. What is up with this? Okay, so we're gonna stick around here and we're gonna see how this thing is built from ground up. So I should theoretically slow this down to like speed 2 and see how this is gonna get processed. And hopefully it's not that far. You know what, we're gonna go with speed 4. Okay, they are using the megaliths. They are laying down a roof from those stones. They are definitely using more stone than I have hold here, or that the ladies have hold here. Okay, so we have like a cross. It should be the central structure. We have corner stones. I'm not really sure how you are gonna get to these chambers because there is no way for you to get there. Okay, it looks like they are putting a bunch of soil all over this. So they're gonna start covering all this. They are putting decorations on the stones. Interesting, interesting. This is still not the final finished product. Okay, lots of carved statues. These can represent lots of things. This is obviously a guy. I'm gonna assume that this is his mustache and his beard. This can be some lady or something. Who knows? Okay, and we still are gonna be missing some rocks on top over here. Okay. Are you praying or are you working? Come on, slap that mud on top of this structure. Okay, okay. We are reaching the final stages. Are they gonna put one on top over here, or is this almost it? Okay, this is getting some grass growing on top, so it looks like the soil which they placed there is now... Okay. This looks really nice. Really, really nice. I just hope the raiders will not be able to destroy this because it uses the 4 megaliths as their main structure. But this looks really beautiful. I'm just not really sure what's the point of you having these sections here when they were completely covered. Only thing which you can do is walk through here and walk out back here and go from the sides. So I'm not really sure if there's gonna be some rituals within or what's gonna be happening. Kind of weird structure. If they would leave those 4 sections opened, they can actually like bury their people there or something, you know, have some burial site or some burial ground, which would make a bit more sense. This is just a little confusing to me, but maybe some of you can explain it in the comment section. Who knows? Okay, we're gonna actually do something fun, and we are gonna grab flint because there is a ton of flint here, so why the heck not? Let's pick it up. Let's clear out this place, and I'm still super tempted to go and just build additional housing over here. Yes, it's further away. It's far away from the water source, which is unfortunate, but there is a lot of room for us to work with. Also, there are a bunch of berries growing around, and we would have a nice room for fields. Now, I cannot do fields over here because that would force our populace to travel way too far away. So I'm not gonna actually do that. Do we have this thing upgraded yet? No, we don't, because like I forgot, we actually require straws, and we're gonna get those only during the fall season when the harvest will begin. But yeah, if we would get more population to work with, that would definitely be super helpful. We're gonna do some fishing here, because we are running low on fish. We do have a bunch of crops, we do have grain. The ovens are not doing jack squat because nobody is bothered to bring wood here, because we don't have any wood apparently. So let's try to change that, I guess. Let's go a bit nuts with the wood cutting, and this is gonna help us out. And once again, because we have a stormy day, the speed has been slowed down. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's not like in Planet Base where the sandstorm or solar flares kick in and you have an actual event which is telling you to get everyone inside. I have not seen a single fire burst out from the lightning or anything like that, so I'm not really sure why does it keep slowing down everything, or if the lightning has any deeper meaning. We do get a raider's attack, so I'm gonna have to raise the alert. And once again, you see why I actually went with upgrading this section of the farm initially. We're gonna close these doors. Why did this sheep walk outside? What is wrong with you? We're gonna close this section over here, close this section over here. This is gonna force the raiders to theoretically run around. I'm not really sure which bridge they are gonna try to take, but I'm gonna close up all of these gates. They look like they have some serious stuff. I mean, look at all this. This looks like chainmail, plated armor. They seem to be carrying steel. This one definitely has probably like a flint axe or something. It's really weird. But these are steel tools, iron swords, iron spears, composite bow. Okay, so there are some bronze weapons here still, which is weird, but I'm not gonna complain. The question is, what do we carry? Because we are missing a lot of armor. So theoretically, next thing which we should go for is maybe the armor capabilities. It's kind of difficult for me. Actually, I can go with 2 techs because we have 25 points to research. You know, it would be funny if I could just press delete and make all of them sync all of a sudden. Okay, they are fighting here, which is a huge mistake. I'm gonna close this gate so that they cannot get inside. Okay, so far they are dying. I'm gonna close this gate too. I'm not sure if they're gonna try to attack from this location, or where the hell are they trying to... Okay, it's good to know that our people are following them from within. Looks like they cannot really break through the reinforced gates. This tower has definitely helped me a lot, so this was a good idea to upgrade this. I'm kind of amazed that they are able to shoot through the damn reinforced gate, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain because only the enemy is taking damage. But it's kind of annoying me because, yeah, we're gonna have soon fall season, and I really need to be able to work through the harvest season. So we're gonna open all gates, and that should take care of that. So this was not their best moment, but I do see a ton of iron spear, bronze spear, iron sword, bronze sword. So hopefully they're gonna take everything. Someone is shearing the sheep. And that always brings up that weird clip from Family Guy where that guy was shearing that one freaky sheep. That was so disturbing. Anyhow, as I was saying, we can actually get 2 additional tacks. I'm just hoping not everyone is coming over here to pray right now or gather all that wood. Oh, damn it. I did put the tan in production over here, so that's definitely no bueno. You know what? We're gonna actually cancel this one because if I recall correctly, I did put one over here, and this should supply me quite decently if someone's gonna decide to eventually show up to that location. Is anyone at all working on gathering the flint? Yes, they are. Good to know, good to know. Our steel production tools is going We do have a ton of steel, we do have some iron, we do have some copper. So we do have now lots of iron tools and also some steel tools, which is awesome. Okay, so the tech. We wanted to talk tech. We have 110 straws right now. I'm not really sure if this is capable of housing all the straws. Maybe I will have to build one over here would be super awesome because it would allow us to supply the 2 barns immediately. You know what, let's just build the haystack over there. Who cares right now at this point? Just want to make sure that none of the straw goes to waste. That is the key here. Our 2 granaries are holding steady. Okay, looks like we are gonna be able to gather everything. Just hope they did not forget about those chestnuts too. Seems to be some wild acorn. There's also that wild rye over there, so let's grab that since we are dealing with this. And there's some emmer here, so let's grab that. We're gonna pick up these 2 as well, just in order to make sure we have enough straw, because I want to put in the upgrade for the saddle granary. And I'm not really sure if it's the best idea, but it's the only time when I actually have access to the straw. So let's go ahead and do it. Hopefully it's not gonna be that bad. We should be able to focus and give all of our animals the food that they do require. Okay, so when it comes to the tech, if we go with deep mining, this is gonna allow us to do deep iron mines, which is gonna allow us to utilize the mines hopefully even longer. And then I was thinking we might go with either the hydropower or the reinforced shields. So let's go with the deep mining first. Let's go with the armory capabilities, where this should allow us to be making better shields. And we need actually another tech in order to make the mail. So this is the primary armor which is gonna be used. The chainmail. Super heavy stuff, super loud stuff. But it works against some things. I mean, obviously, Europe has been well known for the evolution of arrow projectiles. So eventually, even if you were in armor and fully plated body armor suit, there were types of arrows which would just F you the hell up no matter what you did. And our cattle is dying of starvation despite the fact that we still have some straws left over. We are reaching the end of the winter season. How the hell are you trying to tell me we're low on food? How do we go suddenly so low on food? Okay, let's put these 3 suckers on high priority because you are really annoying. And I'm gonna try to fish out something good. There's no fish, there's no fish. Fishing is already being conducted here. Okay, so not that many animals hopefully died of starvation. We even have some straws left over. Our brewery is holding steady, however, nobody seems to be dropping off anything over there. How many straws do we need in order to upgrade this? Okay, this should be doable. So this is gonna allow us to hold that additional food. Hopefully the bakeries are now working. Do we have the wood? We do have flint, stone, everything. We do have even iron. So I should be able to upgrade these platforms. Because the attackers once again came from this location. I'm not really sure if the straw is gonna last for all of these upgrades. But we only need, what, like 4 for this one and 4 for this one. We have 10 pieces left, so that should do it. We have not seen, surprisingly, for a bit of a long time, any of the merchants arrive, but that should be perfectly fine. You know what? Let's switch from steel making over here, and we're gonna keep 2 for iron, 2 for steel for now. That should do it. I'm not really sure if I can. Okay, so these 2 iron ores have been used up. Metallurgy, deep iron mines. So we can actually build these 2 up here. This is gonna give us access to more additional iron. So we don't have to tap into another vein. And yeah, pretty decent. Pretty decent. I kept this one crafter where I built it because we have a ton of dry skins, and having access to these skin outfits is giving us more warmth. Now, however, we do have the wool outfits, so I'm actually thinking I'm gonna just deconstruct this crafter. It's gonna be pointless for me to keep it around. Mortars. This is why I'm interested. What does the hydropower unlock, and if we're gonna be able to get rid of all these damn grindstones and just have like a water mill somewhere here or here, and that is gonna be able to provide us with all the necessary goodies. Why do I feel like nobody is picking up these cherries or something? Okay, there are a ton of donkeys. We have 6 donkeys. If I can capture some of these donkeys, that would be cool. So let's see if we're gonna have some luck with that. Although, I'm kind of sure I'm gonna have to increase my production of grain in order to sustain the population of animals, which is why I'm considering that eventually it would be a smart idea to expand the population into this area, because it would actually allow us to grow more grain and sustain more animals. Theoretically, I would be able to move some of the animals from the initial town to over here so that they can graze different land. They will have to have, unfortunately, wells in order to supply them with water, but that should not be that difficult, right? But I'm not really sure if it's gonna work, because plenty of the Madruga game studios, if you try to travel too far from a place of origin to a different location, especially like an even planet base, you're gonna see a lot of struggle in trying to survive. The further you go, the more difficult it might be. Now, in Dawn of Man, you actually can initiate a brand new game where you don't have initial place where you would have the camp, so you would be able to travel to a location which you would deem fit, but you need to keep in mind that you will need to also initiate the village somewhere, and the further you go, the more hungry your people can get, and they can die. And if you lose too many people at the start, it's basically game over. So yeah, I think that is gonna be it for this one. It was kind of a maybe shorter one. Not that many challenging things happened, but we were able to build the cairn. We were able to start upgrading some of these towers. We are able to see the upgraded reinforced platforms, which look not that different from the wooden platforms, but what the hell do I know? And yeah, that is gonna be it for this episode. We obviously still have some more tech to research, so hopefully on the next episode we're gonna finish this off, and that might eventually turn out to be the last episode of this season, and then we might try to take a look at additional season or additional game where we're gonna take a look either at different location, try to do a different encampment, or try to do the more difficult section or the ice age or something where the winters are much more difficult to survive and such. So we're gonna see how this is gonna all work out. I'm not really sure how that wolf attacked us. It looks like we do have a trader on their way with some pork and bacon along the way. So good news, good news. But we do have plenty of piggies. We do have 20 pigs. Okay. So yeah, that is gonna be it. I'm gonna hope that you did enjoy this one. For more fun content regarding Dawn of Men or anything else, check out the channel. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, comparisons, guides, discussions, early game reviews if I find a title which I do seem worthy. So yeah, link is in the description. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe. God damn it, some of my grain has been sick or something. We're not gonna be able to get too much out of that, but hopefully it's gonna be able to sustain our animals. And yeah, the best way to know what the channel is up to is to subscribe. This way you will get notified if you hit the notification bell on when the next episodes are published. So yeah, link is in the description. Go check it out. Lots of fun content. And I will see you in the comments or at the next one. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there and see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Okay, hopefully some of this additional grain is gonna help me to gather some food for my animals.